WMAL News Time 8:17. Grandy and Andy on the news continues. Commercial free.
But you got to have friends.
Well, if your friends are fat, chances are you're fat. In one of the most unusual studies ever conducted on the nation's obesity crisis, researchers contend that your chances of being overweight increase if you have friends and family members who are overweight. The study found that those emotionally close to you can live far away and still have an effect on your physique. Chances of becoming obese are 57% higher if a close friend is obese, 40% if a sibling is fat, and 37% if your spouse is skinny challenged, if you will. It's actually worse if your friend is fat versus a brother or sister or your husband or wife.
Right. Some real problems with this study.
Why is that, Fred?
Well, because I think it is bogus.
Fred, you have your headset on backwards.
Look, I'm here to provide content, not to understand the equipment. All right?
You look like
it's
a
gonna
rooster.
Take me a while. What?
You look like a rooster right now. I'm glad this is being videotaped.
Sure, make fun of me.
This will be on the website.
Because I'm not as technically accomplished as you are. Because I'm not allowed to operate the board.
Auditioning for Star Trek: The Next Generation.
The Last Generation.
I'd look like a pirate, wouldn't I?
Star Trek: The Last Generation.
Shiver me timbers.
Yeah, you don't know what we're doing right now, but if you can go to the web, probably sometime in a couple days from now, you'll understand what we're talking about.
You know, when you wear
Maybe.
like this, it impairs your vision. It's not good. Mm-hmm. All right. As far as this study is concerned,
yes,
it is wrong, bogus, and stupid. You are not fat because your friends make you fat. You seek out your friends because they are roughly the same size. Is that or is that not true?
Well, you seek out your friends based on size? Yes. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the study concluded, pretty much.
I thought the study concluded that when one person gains weight, another person gains weight. I don't think that's necessarily true. In families, yes. Because particularly if you're a kid, you don't have much say in what you eat. But come on, I mean, let's just take example, two teenage girls, and I know something about this, having had a couple. If you have a friend who is heavy and you are thin, are you necessarily going to want to just replicate what the heavy person is doing? Because you don't want to get fat. You're very socially conscious about your weight.
Sure.
So you would think that this study would find just the opposite finding then. Fat people will make you thin because you don't want to be fat.
Well, actually, teenagers, the girls would usually hang out, and they would always have one really fat or ugly friend just so they look better, for the boys. Did you never notice that?
I have.
Bring me the ugly one. Yeah. We're going somewhere.
And you always had a buddy had to take one for the team and had to hang out with a fat girl all night.
I was never on that team, Nehman.
WMAL
and
News
I never
Time,
will be.
8:20.
You'd be a good wingman for me, Fred. Paris Hilton has found God and a new job, it seems. The hotel airhead has been rehearsing 7 hours a day for what sounds like a movie musical. Paris said, quote, "We're just in the studio. We're doing dance and singing. We go to shoot next month in Toronto." Right. So Paris Hilton can find a job in Hollywood. Why can't you, Fred?
I can. I decided not to be in Hollywood because I preferred to be on morning radio because I think it is more current, contemporary, and important to the future of America.
Right.
Whereas what Paris Hilton's doing is not that important, Nehman. I rest my case.
Probably the only thing on the table at the time. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
WMAL News Time, 8:20.
Ahead at 8:40.
Yay!